Hi, this is Scott. Kind of here for Hallowed Lake, but also for the war run, and haven't posted anything in quite a while. But what I'd like to do today, first of all, would come out to the lake where I'd be a little more comfortable. But I'm just going to answer questions, basically that people have been asking me through this year, and I'll try to answer as many as I can. But first of all, Hallowed Lake, basically what it's about is when I was in Iraq, I was sitting, and I'm going to get my fishing stuff ready too. I was sitting, laying in the desert basically at night, looking up at the stars, and I just kept thinking, man, I'd love to go fishing. I'd love to go fishing. So 18 months later, basically I came back home, or back to the United States, and first place I went was Myrtle Beach. Terrible mistake. It's Black Bikers Week, which great time, a lot of fun, a lot of people. It was just way too much for me coming back from war. So I just wanted to fish. I wanted to have a place to go. And then I came back to Kansas when I got out of the Army 7 years ago, and just no place to fish. You have to go to a county lake where they've ruined the fishing, or you go to a state lake where they're all over you. They really don't want you there. And even though it's for the people, they make it almost impossible for you to fish now because of their laws and their requirements and all this stuff. And so that's where Hallowed Lake came from, where wanted to buy land, build a lake, put cabins around it for veterans to go to, just have a weekend where they could be with their family or friends or enemies, whatever, and they could just have a time of some peace and quiet without a bunch of people around or anyone out messing with you, charging you more money because you don't fish the way they want you to fish. You're not a good soldier. So it's very frustrating for me going and fighting for my country and then coming home and there's just really nothing there for veterans. I also want to get across to you who I am, why I'm doing the run, what I'm about. And I have a lot of frustrations with America today. I'm frustrated in the fact that people will give millions and millions and millions of dollars to a bunch of liars sitting on Capitol Hill so they can get back in office, but you can't give 50 cents to a veteran to do something good for people. It drives me crazy. It's the most idiotic thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not really pissed at people, but I've definitely been shown that veterans, if you don't get out there and fight for it, you're just another dude. And so that's my heart. Also, I wanted to tell you some things people have said to me. Had one lady, if you don't know, I work at Ace in Marion County, Kansas, and hopefully you can still see, but had a lady come up and say, where's that good looking Scott at? Where's that good looking Scott at? And what she was referring to is I started growing my beard all year long for veterans and type 1 diabetes for the war run. And then that's going to be December 17th through the 21st of 2022. It's going to be up Highway 99, the Highway 99 War Run. Watch awareness rise. The needs of veterans, the needs of type 1 diabetes. But I had a lady say, where's that good looking Scott at? Now we got this. This isn't good. This is ugly. And I basically told her that I don't care what your opinion is. My opinion is more important about veterans than what you think about my face. And I haven't talked to her since, but there's just some rude, stupid people in the world. and they have no idea what people go through. And I just want to say to her, if she watches this, thank you, because that hate that you've given me will push me through the run, and I mean that. So, without saying too much more, some of the things that people are asking, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get a poll ready at the same time, but I don't think anyone will care. Some of the things that people have asked me, one of the major ones is why? Why do the run? And that's a loaded question. There's a lot of reasons why I would do it. First of all, I've always wanted to do a long run, and the longest I've ever ran without a rucksack or anything was 35 miles, and that one hurt pretty good. But I've always wanted to do a long run, and it goes back to one of the things I heard a guy say. You know, you can sit around and listen to the testimonies that people are given, or you can become a testimony. And I don't want to be one of those guys that sits around trying to make other people even look at me. I don't want to be one of those guys that sits around wishing I'd have done stuff. And I don't care if people watch or not. This is not about me, making a name for myself. I would like to raise money for Hallowed Lake, to buy land and build a lake for people. But at the same time, this run is between me and I believe me and God. And it's not a competition, it's just a faith run. As a lot of people would say, a faith walk. But for me, this is a faith run, and there will be walking. I can promise you that. But the other reasons why I want to do it is to tell people that, there's a lot of people out there that need help. There's veterans out there. Kansas is number 36 on the list of best places for veterans to live, and the way they base that one study I looked at, is they based it on the number of VAs in the state. Well, veteran administrations are not well received with veterans. And I could talk about that some other time, but it's just important to know that just because the government says it's good for a veteran may not be the best thing. Another reason why I want to do it is because, type 1 diabetes, I've seen how it affects families now, and I've seen how people deal with it, and man, I'm getting old. And I've seen that people really don't understand type 1 diabetes. They don't understand that these little kids, a lot of them are, someone at school has to take care of them. Someone at home has to take care of them. And every kid, of course, needs a caretaker, but type 1 diabetes, they have to have insulin to just make it through the day. And if they don't get that insulin and they don't get that care, then they're pretty much done. And that's the best way I could say that without going deeper. But I think it's interesting that, and I know this looks silly, but I really didn't bring much bait. Not really here to fish. But the type 1 diabetes, they fight every day for their lives. And another reason why I want to do the run is, 22 veterans a day kill themselves. And the government would like for you to believe that's dropped to 19. But the way they dropped the number is they took reserves, Army Reserve, out of the equation to drop it down to 19. There's still 22 veterans a day killing themselves. And if you don't research and you don't study that stuff, you'll never know that they're lying to you. But this isn't about the terrible government, which I truly believe they're totally against us. And if you don't like that, go to some other place. And what I mean is go to another YouTube channel or follow someone else, because I don't care what you think. Anyway, why am I doing it? Because I want to get to know God in a greater way. I still am a man of faith. I still believe that God is in control and God is ready to do great things for us if we will allow Him to do it. I am not one of those guys that is going to sit back and wait on someone to inspire me. I'm inspired by God. And that would be the downright reason why I'm doing this. And I want to get to know God better. And that's Jesus Christ. If you don't like that, other YouTube channels, I'm okay with it. But some other questions that people have asked me, of course, how am I doing with my running? And to be honest, I've been taking it easy, running real slow. If you don't know, I'm 80% disabled myself. Right now, I feel good. It seems like every day I wake up, my back's popped out of place, but it gets popped back in. I think my running is right where it needs to be right now. I'm 96 days until the run, and so now is the time where I'm going to start pushing harder. My knees hurt when I run. It's just a grueling, pounding, slow run. The hills hurt. Where I live, there's quite a few hills, and when you drive them, you don't think about them, but when you're running them, oh, they kick your butt. So yeah, my back hurts, my knees hurt, and most of that's from jumping out of airplanes. But my mind is good. I have a lot of hope, and I've never questioned whether the run would be done or not, or completed. I had a guy ask me the other day if I was getting any nerves. If I was nervous, and I was like, why would I be nervous? It's 240 miles up 99 highway in Kansas, and I got it broke down to 5 days on paper, which is 55 miles a day, and then the last day would be about 20 miles. But if I do 60 miles a day, it'll be 4 days. So it's run 60 miles, eat, maybe do a video, and then go to bed, get up, run 60 miles, and the plan is there. It's found the protein that I'm able to drink while I'm running. Found electrolytes that I'm able to drink while I'm running. Water, of course. So everything is moving forward, and I'm looking forward to it. And then I had some people write down some questions that others maybe want to know, or if I haven't covered it. But so, do you have a question? No? Oh, so there are no questions. Other questions that people have asked: what do I need? Right now, we could really use people to help during the run. December 21st through, or 17th through the 21st, people helping would be a big help. We have one man that has said he would follow me maybe Monday and Tuesday, which would be the 20th, or 19th and 20th. I have someone that's going to film and take pictures and all kinds of stuff like that. But we could use people. My plan is to run 26 miles or 30 and then stop, change my shoes. Of course, it'll be December, so I'll probably change my shirt, socks, powder my feet back up, check my toenails, eat a little bit, and then run another 30 miles. That's the plan. Days 3 and 4, it may turn into 15 miles. Every 15 miles stopping, and I got my lines wrapped around my leg. But it may turn into a shorter amount. It depends on how bad I'm hurting. But we could use help. If you go to hallowedlake.org, there's a lot of things on there. If you go to the War Run page, there's a lot of ways on there you can help. A man by the name of Bill helped me buy 2 pairs of running shoes, which that's huge, and we'll show them in another video. Had people give me a belt to carry my water. I have a backpack to carry water. I've had people, Glenda gave me shirts, Robert sent me socks. There's just a lot of ways to help. As far as type 1 diabetes, I don't have type 1, but type 1 diabetes families, they can use new items for when they find out they have type 1. Backpack, all kinds of stuff. There's Dexcoms out there that cost money, and there's just all kinds of stuff. And if you go to the website, you'll see how you can help. And I'll get that updated with stuff I've already got. I do have a couple drones that I bought. Haven't played with them much, honestly. I don't know how to run and film at the same time. So how can I run a drone and run at the same time? But that is something I'm working on, is trying to figure out how to run and film at the same time, because I really would like to go live during the run, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So, but we can definitely maybe go live during the breaks of the run. Just trying to think if there's anything else that you might want to know, but I'm doing well. My biggest concerns with the runs, one is that I finished the run, but I look like a skeleton. My body just lost. I'm afraid to lose a lot of weight while I'm in this run, and that's why the protein and electrolytes and all that are important. Another fear would be, the vehicles driving. 99 highway doesn't have a big shoulder at all. Really, there is no shoulder. So when I'm out running early in the mornings, I run on the painted line. And hey, if you're around Marion, watch out for runners early in the morning. I have blinking lights on my back. I'll have a headlamp on. You should be able to see me. I have a reflector vest on, and just know that I will be running up 77 or walking up 77. There's some big hills on 77. But I try to get over when cars are coming, and just be cognizant of the idea that there may be some crazy dude out there running. That's another question I get all the time. Are you crazy? Yeah, probably, but you still gotta love me. What's the end state of the run? The goals that I have is just to let people know that they're important, especially veterans and Type 1, you know, they fight against so much of the same stuff. 22 veterans a day are killing themselves. Type 1s are just fighting to stay alive. And I just want people to know that I give a crap. I care. If you are a veteran and you are having trouble, get help. Get help. Talk to people. One of the things I did when I got out of the military, I started work at a factory as a supervisor and really didn't talk to anybody. I worked night shift. I lived in the town I live in now for 2 years. People didn't even know I was around. And I made a decision that I was going to not be that guy. I was going to be that guy that shared, that guy that cared. And so I started doing small engine repair to try to get to know some people in town. I then took a job at Ace, and you know, that helped me quite a bit to be able to talk to people. I'm now the manager at Ace in Marion, and you know, it helps me a lot to force myself to get out there and talk to people. Don't have to talk about the Army. Don't have to talk about, you know, war, whatever branch you were in. But just to get out there. Another thing I did was I started reading my Bible more, praying more, started keeping a journal, and that helped. It all helped. Put people around you that care about you. The people that cause you pain, get them out of your life. You don't need that pain. You know, being a godly man is not being pushover. Being a godly man is standing up for what God believes in. And we all failed. Every one of us failed. But you don't have to be a pushover. And you do matter, no matter what the government or the military says. You matter. That brought something else to mind, and now I forgot it. By the way, I will be 55 December 17th, the day the race starts. That's why I was going to run 55 miles a day, but now I'm going to bump it up to 60, try to get 60 a day to get out of there sooner. The reason why is the 22nd, there's supposed to be a snowstorm. I know the weather, who can tell? But I don't want the people that might be helping get caught in a snowstorm trying to drive. So that's why I bumped it up to 60 miles, 4 days, and get in there, get out, and get home safe. The 24th of December, we'll then be going live on YouTube, hopefully. If not, I'll just record it and put it on there. But I'll be shaving off the beard and the hair, which the hair is just, I have never in my life had hair this long. I'll be glad to get it gone. But I think that's pretty much me. That's pretty much where I stand. If you have more questions, you know, write them down, send them to me, get on the website, follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook, and then when I put something on YouTube, it'll send you to YouTube. But we need 1,000 followers on YouTube in order for me to go live. Right now we're sitting at 43. Very good, very good. So, and I don't blame you. I'm just not going to bend over and do stupid stuff for people to follow me. So, but hallowedlake.org is the website. If you'd like to help in any way by helping with the run, I've saved up money for the run to pay for gas and pay for food and pay for a hotel room or whatever needs to be. I've saved that money up. But if you'd like to help with that, we could sure use it. If you'd like to help with Hallowed Lake, we'd love to have the help. But anyway, I think that's about all I got. Did you think of anything? So,
actually, why 99?
99, that's a good question. 99 Highway in Kansas was Veterans Memorial Highway. So I'm running from Oklahoma to Nebraska up 99 Highway. In Oklahoma, it is still known as Veterans Memorial Highway. Nebraska is the same, but Kansas put in the turnpike and changed it to Veterans Memorial Highway. So in order for you to see Veterans Memorial Highway in Kansas, you have to pay a toll to get on it, which is pretty typical. It's pretty typical. Use a veteran thing to get what they want, and the veterans don't get crap. So, typical Kansas stuff. But remember, hey Kansas, number 36. 36th best state to live in for veterans. Yep. I think you get the sarcasm. But 99 Highway, it's beautiful. The videos and the pictures, I think, are going to be great. The hills are gigantic, and hopefully we can get there, get it done without getting hurt, and we can all go on with our lives. So, anything else? Anyway, thank you. I know some of you are probably surprised by things I say, but it's just my heart. It's where I'm at. Veterans, I love you. Give me one more day and I'll run one more hill. Remember, you can sit and listen to stories all day, or you can make your own story. Become a story. So love you. And thank you very much for watching all this.